Hi guys, so just outside the studio we have a Citroen Picasso, and a bit of a backstory behind it. The lady who works a few units down, unfortunately she can't actually clean the vehicle because she's going in for surgery, so I thought I'd do a kind thing and offer to clean it for her for free. Now all these products that I have in front of me are basically going to be all I'm using to clean the car. So I'm going to give you a very quick and brief breakdown of everything I'm going to be using, then we're going to jump straight outside and get on with the clean. So for the wheels, tyres and arches, we have a brand new wheel cleaner from Ava. It's a 2-in-1 fallout remover / active wheel cleaner. We got a tyre cleaner from Yum Cars, and we got a citrus pre-wash from Yum as well. Now I'm also going to carry on with the pre-wash, and I'm also going to use it with this brand new pump sprayer from Autoglym, which they sent me last week. We're going to use it for the lower third of the vehicle, the door shuts and the arches, and maybe a few other key areas. Moving on to the snow foam, we got power foam from Infinity Wax. Not your typical snow foam, it's very powerful, it's an alkaline formula, and it really is good at shifting that dirt. We then have a limited edition shampoo from Infinity Wax. My word, this is one of the best smelling shampoos I think ever, and honestly the performance is fantastic from this. Unfortunately it is limited edition, so it's very hard to get these days. Now moving on to the foam sealant, which is a quick and easy way of protecting a vehicle, we have another new product from Ava. This is their Seal and Shine. It gives you about 4 weeks protection. Looking forward to trying that out for the first time on the channel later on. For the glass, because we have got very greasy windows, I am actually going to be using this Yum glass cleaner. For the tyres, I want to be using this classic tyre dressing from Valet Pro. I think the last time I used this was a couple of years ago on the channel, so it'd be great to feature this one more time before I move it on for somebody else to have. Now we've got 3 products that we're going to be using on the interior. Believe it or not, just 2 of them are all we're really going to need to bring this thing back to its best, because we're not doing any shampooing today. We're literally going to be cleaning the plastics with this mild deep antibacterial cleaner, and then we're going to follow it up with this product from ODK, which I have featured occasionally in the past again, but I still got a few dregs in here and I still think this is an excellent product. And then we're going to finish it up with this air freshener from Infinity Wax. My word, there is a lot of products here that we need to get through, and the time is, oh crikey, 9:10. So I need to get outside and get on with that clean. Before we do any washing, I'm starting off by using my new car dryer to blast out the crumbs and the loose bits of dried mud, as doing this will save a good 10 minutes of vacuuming in the long run. Now you won't get everything out, and initially it will be a little bit messy, but just by dislodging some of the dirt, the hoovering becomes so much easier. The method I'm using for the wheels is slightly different to how I normally clean more expensive cars, because normally I treat the wheels with chemicals and then rinse them before doing any brushing. But today basically I'm jumping straight in with the brushes. Being a 2-in-1 active wheel cleaner and a fallout remover, it's pretty safe on the wheels because it's pH neutral. However, because it is safe, it does make it slightly weak. Now I've got nothing against pH neutral wheel cleaners. I do get it, they have their place in detailing, but a top tip will be to make sure you have every single type of wheel cleaner at your disposal if you're in the business. Once I've gone around the wheels, I'm just running the car forward to give them a second hit with the 2-in-1 fallout remover, and then I'm going to layer it on top with some snow foam. I'm moving around the car pretty quickly here as I'm testing the new chemical sprayer from Autoglym to see how far around the car I can get with it fully pumped. And in a few weeks time I will be putting this pump sprayer to the test against some cheaper alternatives, so make sure you subscribe for an update on that video. I allowed the foam to dwell on top of Yum Citrus for about 2 minutes as the sun was starting to break through the clouds before rinsing it off. One question I always get asked about regarding the door shuts is how do I prevent lots of water getting in? And to be honest, it's very easy. Despite the immense power coming from a pressure washer, you find very little gets in, and that's because they actually use less water than a standard garden hose. So just because it's powerful, don't presume that it would gush out loads of water. And if you're that worried, just switch it off and run the pressure washer as it is. As this is an older car with many flaws, there really is no point in using the 2-bucket method. And because I'm highly confident that the pre-wash removed most of the dirt, it didn't really seem necessary to take any step further. After rinsing the bubbles off, it was time to apply the new Ava Seal and Shine, which is a ceramic foam sealant which can give you around 4 weeks of protection on average. And it's a quick and easy way of protecting your car without the faff of spending hours waxing it. As soon as I applied the foam, I had to be very quick to rinse it off immediately, and the first thing I noticed with this sealant was just how fast the water flew off the vehicle. It was literally incredible. With the foam sealant rinsed off, I wanted to try out the car dryer again on a few panels just to quickly see how protected the paintwork was, and I could have easily dried the whole car without a towel. Because I didn't have much time, I didn't really need to be that thorough, so I opted for the microfiber towels, and then I saved the car dryer for all the smaller areas like badges, grills and door shuts. At this point I put the rest of the exterior on hold and I jumped onto the interior, and I'll explain later on in the video why. So now I'm using Mild Deep Interior Cleaner with a scrub pad and a microfiber cloth just to clean up some of the plastics. Now, can I just say, I'm sure some of you car cleaners will probably agree with me when I say this, but Citroens happen to be some of the toughest interiors to clean because of those really low quality fabrics. My best advice for cleaning those types of carpets is to make sure you have compact interior brushes, something ideally with a medium stiffness, so you can use drill brushes, but you've got to be very careful not to snag the fibres. With the interior trim all clean, I could then jump on to dressing the plastics with a product called Cabin by ODK. Now this one has a beautiful lime scent and it's not too shiny, it just gives it a nice semi-matte finish. So the reason I said I was going to finish the exterior last is because during the clean I end up using multiple chemicals. Some can be greasy, such as the tyre dressing, so if I applied the tyre dressing before working on the interior, then I could end up leaving greasy fingerprints everywhere. So then I'd have to change my gloves, which is a bit of a waste of money, so this way I can get through the clean with just one pair. And just a quick note, on the glass cleaning, before I ever clean any glass, I always like to wash my gloves first, because if I did dress the plastics and jump straight onto the glass without clean gloves, I could risk smearing the glass as it transfers onto the towels. The Citroen was looking great, and up next was the tyre dressing, so I'm using one that I've not really featured on the channel much, and this is from Valet Pro, and as much as I love this product, it's too watery to be pouring out onto a sponge. Ideally, it needs to have a pump cap on the top of the bottle, but in terms of application, this is one of the fastest to apply. I was really chuffed about how well the Citroen came up, considering I spent around 3 hours working on it, and the products all played their part in making my life easier. And I will put links and discounts for everything used in the description below. And if you want to know how I go about the full deep clean process with a step-by-step guide, then you can go and watch this video right here.